I'm here at the Titan Missile Museum, south of Tucson, Arizona. It houses the only remaining Titan missile in existence, showcased in its silo. The Titan missile program was used as a deterrent, meaning that they would only be used in retaliation. It was only launched in the event that a nuclear weapon was used against the United States. This deterrence was known as mutual destruction, meaning that if a weapon was used against the United States, they would immediately retaliate, thus destroying whoever launched the missile at them. This mutual destruction was the deterrence factor. In this silo is an inert Titan II Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, as well as all of the original launch facilities, the only of its kind remaining. The underground facilities consist of a 3-level launch control center, an 8-level silo containing the missile and connecting structures of cableways and access tunnels, blast locks, and the access portal and equipment elevator. The complex was built of steel-reinforced concrete with walls as much as 8 feet thick, as well as 3-ton blast doors that sealed the various areas from the surface and each other. The 103-foot Titan II missile inside the silo has neither warhead nor fuel, allowing it to be safely displayed to visitors. In accordance with the US-USSR agreement, the silo doors are permanently blocked from opening more than halfway. All of the support facilities at the site remain intact, complete with all of their original equipment. The silo was operational from 1963 but was deactivated in 1984 as part of President Reagan's policy of decommissioning the Titan II missiles as part of a weapons system modernization program. The facility's highest state of alert was November 22, 1963, when President John F. Kennedy was shot. When news of the shooting broke, the keys used to launch the missile were ordered to be placed on the tables at the launch consoles to prepare for a possible launch. The Pentagon did not know whether the Soviet Union had committed an act of war. The keys were not, however, placed in their switches. At launch, orders from the National Command Authority would have specified one of 3 pre-programmed targets which, for security reasons, were unknown to the crew. The missile base that is now the Titan Missile Museum was, at the time of closure, programmed to strike Target 2. The missile's computer could hold up to 3 targets, and the target selected was determined by Strategic Air Command Headquarters. Target 2, which is classified to this day, was designated as a ground burst, suggesting that the target was a hardened facility, such as a Soviet missile base, although the Titan II missiles would not be able to reach the Soviet Union from this site. Targets could be selected for air or ground burst, but the selection was determined by Strategic Air Command. The missile consisted of a 2-stage rocket engine and re-entry vehicle. The order to launch a Titan II was vested exclusively in the U.S. President. The signal was an audio transmission of a 35-letter code. The Titan II was in service from 1963 to 1987, and there were originally 54 Titan II Strategic Air Command missiles. 18 of the missiles were on a 24-hour continuous alert here, surrounding Tucson, Arizona, and the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. The other 36 were divided equally amongst Little Rock Air Force Base and McConnell Air Force Base near Wichita, Kansas, and were also on continuous 24-hour alert. The Titan IIs would use a saturation attack, a military tactic in which the attacking side hopes to gain advantage by overwhelming the defending side's technology, physical, and mental ability to respond effectively. The system was a part of what's considered the Nuclear Triad, which utilized strategic bombers, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles as tactical nuclear weapons. The Triad gives a way to deliver nuclear attack by land, sea, or air. For the United States, the idea is to have these 3 options with the purpose of retaliation. If 2 of the 3 legs of the Triad were destroyed, the third could be used as a retaliatory strike. They utilized strategic bombers as the first leg, intercontinental ballistic missiles for long-range strike launched from a controlled environment, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles launched from submarines, which allow for a greater chance of survival from first strike, given the commander a second strike capability. Originally designed for a 10-year deployment, the Titan II program was extended by a series of modifications and upgrades. In the end, the Titan II more than doubled its planned deployment. The Titan II was the largest operational land-based nuclear missile ever used by the U.S. 103 feet long, 10 feet in diameter, and 330,000 pounds at liftoff, carrying the W-53 warhead with a 9-megaton yield. From initiation to takeoff, the launch sequence took 58 seconds, and from liftoff to detonation, 25 to 30 minutes. It could travel 6,000 miles at 16,000 miles per hour. Each site consisted of a missile silo, a launch control facility, and an access portal. The sites were staffed 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, by a 4-person missile combat crew who deployed to the missile sites for 24-hour shifts called alerts. The Titan II was an intercontinental ballistic missile and space launcher. It was originally designed and used as an ICBM, but was later adapted as a medium-lift space launch vehicle to carry payloads to Earth orbit for the United States Air Force, NASA, and National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The Titan II was a space launch vehicle were purpose-built as space launchers, or were decommissioned ICBMs that had been refurbished and equipped with hardware required for use as space launch vehicles. All 12 Gemini capsules, including 10 crewed, were launched by Titan II launchers. The Titan II Gemini launch vehicles carried astronauts like Gus Grissom, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin, as well as Eugene Cernan, the last man to walk on the moon, and Jim Lovell, the mission commander for Apollo 13. In October of 1981, President Reagan announced the start of his Strategic Forces Improvement Program. As part of this program, the land-based ICBM programs would be modernized, and the Titan II was identified for deactivation to make way for the more advanced systems, such as the MX Peacekeeper. Deactivation of this site began in 1982, and by 1987, 24 years after its initial deployment, the Titan II program came to an end. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, get lost.